Now, before we start this, should we just take a little second to center ourselves? Which is what we said we were going to do last time. How do we think that went the first half?
I think we really crushed it, man.
I don't think it could have gone better.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe we were a little bit silly?
I think you might have been a little bit silly, and we were trying to keep it on track.
I have some tequila, so I'm trying to get into the mind of
Dave?
yeah.
Deep inside Tellerman House, Quicklime House to some, for that is its name. Tellerman House, that was a trick that I tricked you all with. I tricked you, let's get back into the spiel.
Great.
In Quicklime House, there are three adventurers standing alone, with finding it difficult to shake the suspicion that they are in trouble. That is Charlie Goodboy, Roquefort Balboa, and Tomathan Trotwood, who have recently returned after embroiling their agency in a small kerfuffle, a manner of a slight murder of a police officer in front of other police officers, the kind of things that the civic trust tends to look down upon.
Sure.
The three of you have made your way back into the agency, into the house, and you have been reminded by your patron and fixer, Vinegar Pims, that this house has a history of its own, being the laboratory and personal
residence.
It's fine. I was going to let it go because
I'm helping.
We're not being silly this half.
of one Tellerman
So sensible.
Lime, Transfigurator, Master Magus, and owner of this house, a man who disappeared just over 10 years ago on the day of what was supposed to be his most and proudest magical triumph, the creation of a new school of magic here in Faerun. All his secrets were supposed to have been hidden in a book, the Tellerman Codex.
Now, Roquefort, I saw your beautiful cheesy little eyes light up just before Vinegar Pims took a nap, which made me think there's something on that little Edam brain of yours.
Yes. I remember when I was coming through the underdark passages to come to this place to establish my cheese cave. I walked through the...
Cheese cave?
Yeah, cheese cave. That's what they call it.
Like a bat cave?
No, it's
it's like a cave. It's like French
more
for
like
cellar.
cave,
yeah.
Cave.
Oh, cave.
You know, a salt cellar. I thought that was a cellar, but it's actually just a wooden
Somebody
bowl.
sells salt.
No, it's a bowl. A salt... Oh, I guess. But no, a salt cellar.
You're thinking of seltzer.
No.
You're thinking of seltzer, which is fizzy water. Goes down smooth.
But
Dave,
high sodium content.
Very high sodium content, so that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
You get seltzer from the salt cellar.
Sell.
She
Which is French for
says...
salt.
She sells seltzer by the salt cellar.
How long was that?
She sells seltzer to the salt cellar by the... Oh, fuck off. Anyway.
I saw the book down here, but that was quite a few roof collapses ago. So perhaps the path will not be so simple.
Were you in here when the building went down?
I was in it when it went down further.
Right.
Yes.
Oh.
And I was crushed beneath the
How did you get
bookshelf.
into the building?
Through the tunnels underneath.
Oh, so you came through Undermountain?
Yeah.
So
Through the tunnels.
can you point us in the direction of this book? Because I feel like Vinegar Pims is real cross with us, and it'd be really good if we could
He thinks we're bad boys. I think he thinks we're bad boys and we need to become good boys, so we need to find that book.
I don't think Charlie's overstating it here. I think we're in a lot of trouble, Rocky.
Well, I might be able to retrace my steps. I have survival.
Yeah, sure. Now, again, Vinegar Pims did tell all of you that the other stories of this building had not been cleared and were very dangerous. The only rooms that have been cleared out are these ones surrounding a sort of halo around the lobby. So you can go down the stairs, but no one except for Roquefort has gone down in many months, and Roquefort, you increasingly, since you made it to this sort of safer stratum of the house, have not descended down again. There are things down there. There are old mutated magics. There are the ephemera of failed magical experiments still in the air. The very floorboards and render of the place is twisted by transfiguration.
And there's something even more important down there.
Is it your cheese?
My cheese.
Your cheese.
We must check on my babies.
It's been a while since you've seen your cheese
we
cellar.
must check on my babies. Well, I'm going to retrace my steps and start at the cheese cave.
So you
To the cheese cave.
It's not that easy to find your way to the cheese cave. Every time you've gone downstairs, you've gotten lost. The rooms in Quicklime House have a tendency to shift.
I have dark vision.
I also have
In
dark
that case,
vision.
you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, what's our choice?
You can. I just want you to understand the gravity of what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not a fraidy cat.
No.
Hands up if you're afraid.
You know what gravity means?
What does it mean?
We're just going to go down anyway. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. What if we... Okay, but things have shifted in a weird way. Maybe we should use a string or something so we could, so we can retrace our steps
Yeah.
to not get lost.
Yep.
Or
Is there
a chalk. We could make a line of chalk. Or
Do you have any of these things? Do you have any
No.
string? Do you have any
Does
chalk?
anyone have chalk
I could
or string?
leave, not being delicate, scent,
Ah, you could
Ah.
with which I could
You could
find
make
my way
sprays.
back.
That's very
Making
clever.
Sprays at every corner.
I mean, Trotwood could as well. Let's not like mince words here.
Okay.
Yeah, if I
Alright.
could ask you not to do that because it really overpowers my scent.
No,
makes
I don't
my
want
scent
to. I don't want to. I don't want
hard
to
to
get.
find. Okay, so yeah.
Okay. Into the depths.
All right, so
we
you
go.
head downstairs, and as you walk down the steps, you get the sense that the eyes of the portrait of Tellerman Lime, the muddy dog paw print on his book, seem to glower and follow you as you walk down below the threshold of the painting
Mm-hmm.
and beyond it. Can I ask who is traveling in front and who is traveling in the back?
I'll
Do
go
you
the
have survival?
look, I've got.
You're a ranger. I think you
Yeah,
probably do.
You probably should. Because I have it. If you have it and then I have it, I can assist you. And we can get advantage.
This is not. This.
It's the little square boys.
Yeah,
You
no,
do have it,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think I made your
Skills?
character sheet.
Down the bottom.
Survival.
Keep going, keep going, keep
Oh
going.
my god, this.
It's annoying how it doesn't let you
App
scroll,
is-
right? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, plus
We both
4.
got survival.
Now, this is a question which I was asking you, I wanted to know before. I think you did say this. Rangers typically have...
Urban.
You're an urban. Okay, so this will all affect you here. This
Yeah.
kind of... You recognize this style. Really, what is an urban ranger if not sort of an aficionado of local architecture, but you understand very much this style of buildings, you know, that the construction of them, and you understand as well, you have a good sense of where you are in the sewers, where you are in the city. So even though the geometry of the place is fearful and confusing, you have a good sense of where you are in the sewers. Now make for me a survival check with advantage.
I thought you were going to say, what is an urban ranger but a piss connoisseur?
16.
Okay, great. You make your way down with confidence into the gloom. Your black and white dark vision serving you well. No one else is making any light.
I got dark vision as
So
well.
great. It's just Tomathan's blind.
Trotwood is blind.
I've got an artisanal.
Yeah, hold on to my stick.
Oh, I've got a stick, and I. Yeah, I've got hold on to
Artisanal
stick.
stick.
Well, I do have an artisanal pipe lighter.
Okay, how does that work?
Oh, I'll just flick it open, a bit of flame. Oh, hello.
He's got a
Zippo.
lighter. He's got a Zippo.
I've got a Zippo.
You got a Zippo?
Yeah,
Do you have a Zippo?
yeah.
Is it from when you were in the army?
Sure, no, it's fine. So you're allowed you are allowed an heirloom trinket. You're only allowed one
I have a Zippo.
at level 1, but yours is a
It's
family.
and it shoots
Gift from your son.
bazooka.
Joe Bubblegum.
Yeah, it has one piece of bazooka bubblegum, and you've never used it
Yeah.
because it only does it once, and then the spring flies out and people tend to lose it.
Yep.
Because well, if I eat the piece of gum, then I won't have any gum.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, exactly.
yeah.
So it's been there for a while. But yeah, no, I've got a little Zippo that I'm.
Great. So you're both blinded by the Zippo, and your dark vision is ruined.
Okay.
But we're in the front, so.
Yeah, but still behind you, it makes it very difficult to see. As Tomathan Trotwood confidently walks forward. Again, you can't see much with the Zippo. It's enough light to ruin their blind dark vision. Not a lot to give you full vision.
Just because we have dark vision doesn't mean we can't see with regular vision.
No, it's like night vision goggles. Like if it gets overpowered.
Yeah. It's
Or does it
you're-
become dim light?
Actually, it's different types of dark vision, right?
Yeah.
So I would say that the dwarf's dark vision is ruined by a source of light because your dark vision is like canine dark vision, dog
Dog
vision,
vision.
if you will. Yours is still working.
Okay,
So you
great.
can see. And you make your way into the gloom, and as you do, you suddenly hear a grinding and shifting sound. Everybody make for me quickly a dexterity check.
Ah! 16.
Yep, 16.
That is a beautiful 11.
11. All right, great.
Mine makes it. It's
All
an
right, so
18 plus.
You suddenly realize that the walls behind you are very quickly closing up. The two of you race forward, jump forward, and are able to get there before the doors slam shut. Unfortunately, you are not so quick, Tomathan, as
Not looking good for old Tommy.
the sort of fabric joins on your tunic, that hold together your breastplate.
Yep.
Snapped shut in the rock, and you are trapped by them.
Oh, guys, the folds of my tunic have become trapped, and in so doing, trapped me.
Can we look at the wall? What's the deal? What has closed up?
It's actually closed together in such a clean way that now this just looks like a dead end. Brickwork has slid out and cunningly connected itself in a way that you can't even see the seams
Like in
anymore.
Scooby-Doo.
Wait, so if he was going forward, how did the back of his
That's
thing...
my question.
You walked through, and then behind you, the
Close
door...
behind
Also,
you.
they're trapped, but I'm not.
No, you're
we're
all-
in front of you. They close
You were the
behind
last
you
one
and trapped
through.
you.
That is correct.
Can I?
Oh, so I can still see them?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're in the same room, but you're
Yeah,
trapped in
okay.
the wall.
Can I look
Right.
around for a trigger or mechanism to like?
Yeah, make an
feel-
investigation check.
Ooh.
That's an 18 plus 4.
22.
You get the sense of... now, you are not a mage, but as a ranger, you do understand something of the ley line potent magics of the world, and particularly those as pertain to cities. You get the sense that this is a magical trap, and as such, has a magical trigger, not a physical trigger. You are confident, because of your skill, that there is no lever here that you need to pull. It looks like it is activated by a gesture, a catchphrase, a
Open!
keyword.
Open. Open the door.
Okay, what was the last thing? What was the
Jonathan is starting to panic.
Door open. Open door.
What was
Door-
the last thing that we said?
Door not
before?
close.
We were saying blah 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 blah. Then this thing happened.
Now, you're not permanently trapped. Unfortunately, as I said, the tunic ties on your breastplate are. So if you cut them with a dagger or knife,
Oh, I have a dagger, so
and
I'll...
you cut yourself out of your
But
breastplate,
will I be nude?
no, you will be
Oh, I should be
in your
nude.
priestly vestments.
Oh,
But you
gosh.
start to get naked.
Oh, gosh, guys. I cut him... Oh, well, here
out of
it...
all of his
That will also
clothing.
get you out of it. That will,
Here it all is. That he shimmies out of his clothes.
All right. Well, if it's that kind of
Like
party,
Like an
let's
old... You know, like those old guys at the gym? He's completely... It's
Just drying his balls in the hand.
Yeah,
dryer.
you don't need to cut the rope.
It's completely non-sexual.
Hey, Trevor,
It's...
do you sauna?
Oh, I love
We
a
should
shit.
go down to the club one time. Yes, that would be good. Really fit it out.
But that means you don't need to destroy the breastplate.
That's a lovely breastplate.
It's now hanging limply there.
With all my clothes.
No, that's not true. You were wearing a incredibly high cut.
No, well, I take that off. No, I don't.
A surprisingly high cut kind of jockstrap. Your
like
undervestments.
Just like bonds. Like
It's just
like Sting in June.
No, it's like like an old man in a speedo, like where it's
Okay, sure.
You have
Not like Fed Ratha.
It's more like it is a little bit like Fed Ratha. It's built for mobility as opposed to decency.
So I'm wearing
Who's
that.
putting on regular undies being like, no. let's build these for mobility. Let's
Yeah,
really get
totally.
them
It's a
up.
little fins on the side. So you've got
Wow, cool.
Mm-hmm.
you have that on.
one on each cheek.
You also have your travel wallet, which you
I
wear
strapped to my
everywhere in Waterdeep.
pickpockets.
Yeah, that's right. And it has your critical ID.
Mm-hmm.
Your it also has some of the components for your spells.
Yep.
And it
my
has
library card.
Your library card and your safety holy item.
It's also got a card that you'll see here, which is very lucky that wasn't caught in the door because I'm one macchiato away from stamping my passport to free Macchiatoville.
Now, I'm actually
for one free macchiato.
Yeah, well, that's what I call getting a free macchiato. I call going to free Macchiatoville.
Let's see.
I just want to.
It's a place where all macchiatos are free.
But only one of them.
Well, you could only go for one.
Then they give you another card.
They're always free, but you can only go once.
You can only go. You can only go one at a time.
Yeah,
but you
I
get to see a land of free macchiatos.
I'm imagining now.
Yeah, can you imagine? Everybody's very hopped up.
Again, you have to imagine because again he's blinded you with this light. Now, you're not blinded. You see as badly as he does. You're using your day vision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm being quite nice to you here, and I want you to understand this because
You are the hing.
that is actually it feels like something I say to him. But priests, their connection to the divine, clerics is made through their holy symbol. All right, You are, of course, a cleric of Tome,
Tome.
god of valiant conquest. And your holy symbol is the emblazoned fist of Tome that was ritualistically later cut in, I suppose, into your breastplate.
Yes.
Good chest,
You couldn't bring your breastplate. You do, however, have your junior reliquary, which was a small symbol of Tome that you keep for sentimental purposes inside your travel wallet.
Yes.
So,
when I became...
Wait. Like an old man, one of those things that you keep close to your
that's
body?
that's what I'm saying.
That's where everything is.
Okay.
When I went on exchange
Yeah.
overseas to Europe, Mum said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Never
dad.
fall asleep.
My dad was like, if you're going to Europe, you got to wear it because of pickpockets.
Yeah.
You've got to wear a travel wallet. And I wore it for an hour in the first city, and then I was like, and it was sweaty in weird places, and it was uncomfortable. And anytime I wanted to buy an ice cream, I had to reach
be like,
into my
pull my
pocket. And eventually I was just like, this fucking sucks. And I took my passport out, put it into my pocket, threw it out. No problems. No problems. Never used
Except
one
all the
again.
money that was in there.
Traveler's checks.
Oh, traveller's checks. Isn't that wild? Is that still a thing?
No, not since
No, you get a
F+.
card.
You just do a use a thing thing.
Yeah.
So,
So what are my options?
So-
I have my little
I just want to
scout.
point out, so what does it look like?
It's like something. It's shit you get from the scouts.
Okay.
You know what I
I
mean?
wasn't in the
Is
scouts.
it a badge?
Yeah, it's like a
wooden
badge with a fist of Torm.
On a scrap of
But
cloth.
because like Tommy only became a wizard in his like retirement.
He's a wizard.
You joined the scouts in your
he's a cleric.
retirement?
Well, I joined the Wizard Scouts in my retirement. You know what I mean? Like, and so it was just me and a bunch of like 8-year-olds. The photo is very nice. I'm very tall in the photo. Like they're just like
All the parents look
I like
concerned.
that.
After the first meeting, and it was just you.
yeah. I mean, we did a lot of talking about it, and it was fine because I'm not that kind of character.
No.
And
What am I, Andrew Hansen?
well, exactly. Give me some freaking credit. I was just very tedious to the children. Oh, doing some wizard knots. Yeah. I've broken my rope. And then some poor 24-year-old wizard has to be like, well, we only give everybody one rope. He's like, well, I think that's wrong. And he makes a bit of a scene. Anyway, so he went through that class of junior wizards because he is, I really have to stress, it's level 1.
And he's the only person to have graduated the 1-year course in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, they came to him and said he was graduated and he could go home.
And the same community centre does improv, so that was great. So he could just stick around.
You do tell good stories, Trotwood. Now, where were we?
Okay,
Now, where were? Oh, so you're free of the thing, but you do not have your armor.
Yeah, I don't have my armor, but that's okay. We're just going to get this book and it'll be fine.
When we
so your armor class also means that your armor class drops to 10 plus your dexterity bonus.
Probably faster though now.
My armor class, 10 plus my dexterity, that is what my armor class is.
Yes, 10 plus your bonus, which is -1. So
I'm 9 now.
Your armor class
Very
is now
squishy.
9.
Okay.
And
onward into discovery.
you head through down the corridor, very much trying to not think about the fact that you're standing now very close to a quite naked semi-pensioner, semi-retired gentleman of self-funded retiration.
He's not a pensioner. He draws a...
I draw a modest income from various slums.
Investment properties. There's a door to the left and a door to the right.
Now, one of the doors always tells the truth.
What's on the doors?
They are both, like all of this place, made of beautiful old burnished oak. In fact, it looks more expensive than the ground floor did.
Mm-hmm.
Everything here looks a bit nicer. The smell, however, is of almost tomb-like, like settled air. Nobody's been down here for a while. And there is the all-pervasive smell of cheese.
Is it a dead end, or does it continue?
It actually terminates in a dead end in which a sconce where there is a figure of what looks like a figure in armor, like a armored figure, and who has a sort of plumed pointed helmet and a sword and a shield, and then there are doors on each side. The doors are closed and seem to be nondescript.
Where's the statue? What is the statue facing? Which door is the statue facing?
Straight down the barrel towards.
He's
Where is
facing
it? Where
neither door.
is
the
the point of the sword facing?
Oh, to the right.
The sword points to a trap, so the left is the safe.
Wow, he's
But-
good.
Oh, he's very
He's
good.
So good. Wow.
You're gonna open the door to the left.
Yes.
All right. You checking the door at all, or you just?
Yeah, I'm gonna crack it a bit.
Give it a sniff, Charlie.
I'm gonna give it a sniff.
All right. Make a little perception check.
That's a 9 plus 6. It's 15.
All right, you walk over to the door, you smell it. The smell of cheese gets into everything, makes it very hard to discern other smells, but you do smell what seems like the dusty smell of tallow and paper.
Could be a library.
You creak the door open and you can see a room that is double height with bookcases all around it and a ladder on rails system.
Oh,
A couple of comfortable chairs that are mildewy and old and a side table.
Go on, Charlie.
After
go
you-
on the ladder.
Eden got to do that in the other campaign. It's only fair that Simon gets
Share
to do
the
it on
love.
this one. It's very creaky and
We
old
are-
and not well oiled.
We are installing one of them in our house.
Oh, amazing.
Are you doing the thing I suggested of putting a bookcase in that this is admin chat, but like we'll have this conversation later.
Big Brand Designs
But yeah,
energy.
we are.
Where? What room?
Lounge room.
The front room?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Whee! You can come over whenever you want and do it.
It unfortunately, as I said, does
That's a very
not.
long one.
Well, yeah, it'll be whee!
It doesn't, and they are very small. It doesn't work. Unfortunately, it grinds to a halt
Bummer,
immediately.
dude.
He still runs and says, wee!
But you give it a lurch, and you suddenly hear a grumbling as the entire bookcase shakes. Charlie, make another perception check for me very quickly.
Hello?
That's a 16 plus 6.
22.
16 plus 6 is a 22. You suddenly notice that as dust unsettles, a bunch of books fall to the side, fall out of the bookcase into a heap, and you instantly get the sense with that level of perception check that they are falling in an unnatural pattern. You have a second to do something if you want.
I jump backwards.
Okay, you jump backwards and put your guard up, which is just as good because at that moment they burst together into the shape of what looks like a very...
Book monster?
A book monster is, a two-legged, two-armed puppet of a figure.
Like a bipedal
and it
book monster.
lashes towards you.
Oh, mamma mia, mia
Now, I
more.
rolled a 20. I'm going to give it disadvantage, however, because you noticed that it was happening,
Yeah.
which means that it's a 15. What's your armor class?
My armor class.
Armor glass.
Can I just say...
16.
Can I just say, we
Is it?
always fight monsters. Isn't it nice just to fight a book?
There it is. It showed up.
16.
Okay,
Missed.
16 means it just misses it as a huge book lashes out into the space around you, and we go very quickly into combat as the books attack. You are aware,
When
which
books
means that
attack.
Charlie, you get to go first.
Okay, I'm going to make an attack with my... fuck this app. Oh, come on. Wow, way to
D&D
reload.
Beyond. Use D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond is a very good app. It takes about 10 minutes to sit down to work out how to use it, which I do not think Simon has had time
I know how to
do
use it. I
yet.
usually use it on an iPad, but I can't use the iPad because I draw too much.
Yeah,
So
it's
what,
been
you want me to pay attention or you want me to be good at times?
What do you want, Dave?
What do you want,
I'm
Dave?
sorry. I'm sorry. I just always want to... I think D&D Beyond is a very good app. And
It is
they've
a very
given us
good
an
app.
unlocked account. Which is
Oh,
very
have they?
nice.
That's why it's so good.
It's very good.
Actions. Okay, so I'm going to do a quarterstaff to the the middle structure of the book.
Yeah, center.
So
center
that's
mass.
that's a 7.
Okay, you did very well. You did very well.
But can I
Congratulations.
do a fang attack as well?
A bonus
A
action?
bonus action you can, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not using a bonus
Okay.
action for something else.
No, that's a 10.
Never mind.
10.
Hey, Dave,
Yes, Tomathan,
what is...
a book?
Is just...
Why
Do you reckon...
is a thing that
I have a
tells you
spell that can do
tea?
flame-like radiance.
Yes. Do you think that this might be...
I think this might be a good. I think this might be a good thing for books. But if flame, like 'cause in previous things I've done, like, oh, I'll do like this spell that freezes water, and you'd be like, no, it freezes water by like making it come or whatever. Like it's
Classic.
We
Yeah.
are looking for a book that we want to
That's-
not be
What's the spell?
destroyed.
What is the spell?
oh, it's just sacred flame.
Sacred Flame is fire attacks, yeah.
Radiant.
If you think... Is it radiant or fire?
Radiant.
It's radiant. That's what I mean. See, this is the sort of bull.
I was on your side.
I'm
I was
hearing it.
actually. I'm going to say Sacred Flame. If this is susceptible to fire, I would accept Sacred Flame. It is radiant fire. I think it is both
Yeah.
radiant damage and fire damage.
Yeah.
So
It's special fire.
Does radiant mean that it goes out in a radius?
no, radiant is divine. Is the divine damage
like,
type. It means that like it hurts devils better, but I also
Yeah.
think it would hurt books better.
But
so yes, you
fire-
can do double damage with Sacred Flame.
Fire wouldn't hurt devils, but radiant.
But hang
fire
on, we're
would.
looking for a book. You're not wrong, Charlie. Charlie, Thank you so much for being the angel on my shoulder there when you saw me sort of bloody doing this, because it looks very
These books
impressive.
are trying to kill us.
Yes, now, unfortunately, you are the next one. Rockford. No, you're not. Rockford Balboa. Hang on, sorry. No, Tommy.
When do I get an attack?
Soon. I've just rolled 2 more 20s.
Use a different dice.
This dice is great. I'm keeping this dice.
No.
But Tomathan, you get to go next. No, you don't. -1. What am I talking about? You're both -1. Neither
What are
of
you talking about, -1?
What's
I've got
dexterity?
+1 initiative.
Oh, then you go first.
You know what books are susceptible as well as fire?
Water!
Water and mildew.
And I have water.
And spores.
Spores. I'm going to cast Entangle.
Entangle, yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Entangle.
Really make me work for it, don't you?
Is it a double entendre?
12, DC 12 strength check.
Okay, great. It rolls and succeeds.
Boo. Okay, that's my turn,
The
guys.
books burst through.
tried.
So suddenly, Rockford Balboa, his eyes glow as very much the mildew of Quicklime
Stand
House
back.
starts to bind itself around the books, who for a second look like they're held down, and then burst free from the fronds, the
Bummer,
cheesy-like
dude.
fronds of Rockford's magic.
Lovely. So I have a little spell I like to call Create or Destroy Water, where I can create 10 gallons of water wherever
Yes.
I want it, within 30 feet, and I think I'm well within 30 feet here.
But why don't you like the flame? The flame, I didn't think it was a bad
Flame
idea.
is good, but I don't want to set a library on fire while we're looking for a book.
It's not that much flame. It will attack the monster, just so you know.
Localized.
All right.
Burn him.
I
Okay.
know that what I really like about that is the Dragon Prince have started a lot of fires by accident, and I
Sure.
top marks for like.
For me being like, yeah, okay.
No, that's
so
good.
I cast the flame thing on the guy.
All right, great. So
Maybe you're not him.
what's the save?
Uh,
Oh, it's a spell attack, is it?
it's a spell attack.
Oh, that's a pity because you rolled a 1 there.
I
didn't
did
you?
roll a
A
1.
1, unfortunately, is a bit of a
No,
magic.
Sacred Flame is saving throw.
Is it? Oh, it is. It's a saving throw again.
Eden.
All right,
Eden.
which it fails. In which case you.
I will roll again
No.
because it was a different roll.
No, but-
and that's a 6.
No,
Roll
but you
damage.
rolled a 1 on the damage dice.
But I was just playing with my dice like you were before with your 20.
All right, congratulations. You do double damage, which means that
12.
12 points of damage because the
Burn,
books
baby,
are
burn.
susceptible to fire, and I don't know why I'm letting you do this, but that is absolutely.
It's because we wasted the first hour of the
And
adventure.
I feel sorry for you.
We're
Yeah.
behind.
All right, so the swarm turns around, screams in pain, and it separates away from Trotwood and then collapses in on Good Boy, surrounding him in a flurry of pages as it attacks.
Ah, paper cuts.
Armor class 17 you do not have, which means that it damages you, I'm afraid, as a flurry of paper and words attacks you, and you get 3 points of damage, which feels like a lot less, but I rolled 2 1s.
Okay.
So you take 3 points of damage, but that means that it's now Charlie Goodboy's turn again.
Good boy.
Good boy. So I guess I'm going to attack again the only way I know how. I'm just going to keep whacking with my stick.
Yep.
And
Stick and claw, stick
a
and
stick
claw.
and claw. So, that's
Oh,
a
no.
1 with a stick.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
Miss.
that's bad. And a, what the fuck? A 1?
Double
It's
one.
Double ones.
Double uno.
You've used all the 20s.
I used
Cut
all
it
the
out.
Wasted them.
So you
My dice is so dunk.
you dive forward at the books from the ladder that you're on, but you don't realize, but you've managed to wind your own tunic up in the mechanisms of the ladder, and you've become restrained.
Seems unlikely, but okay.
Well, it seems
No, it's
unlikely.
fine
You know
if
what
you
seems
roll.
unlikely? Rolling two 1s in a row. That's
Also 2 20s. That
You know what
seems
seems
unlikely.
unlikely? A dog fighting animated books. in an underground library.
So you become restrained, unfortunately, as you fall and collapse under your own weight. You take another 3 points of damage.
Oi.
You're level 1, so that can't be good.
Yeah, I'm alright for a little while.
Great. All right. In that case, it is now Tomathan Trotwood's go.
All right. Hey, with cantrips, when you cast them, you can't recast them, can you?
Yes, you
You
can.
can cast cantrips. You can cast every turn.
Cantrips are you've got unlimited.
Okay, I've been playing this for 7 years.
It's like your battle spell.
Heavy though.
Yeah, cool.
Do you know we have no magic? We have 2 clerics and a paladin, and we have no sorcerers,
And a druid.
wizards,
I'm
or
gonna-
warlocks.
Well, I feel like
Druid.
I feel like I've got a real advantage against this book fuck. So with double damage, so I'm going to roll another d8 and see. And I'm going to
How do
say
you manifest your sacred flame? This is a chance to be quite cool. You are a semi-naked, self-funded retiree,
Yeah.
but you.
This is your chance to be
Put
quite
that on
cool.
your
This
business
is a
card.
hero.
Yeah.
This is a hero moment for you. So
Yeah.
paint the picture for us.
he says
We need a hero.
he says he says it's time for DEAR. Drop everything and
Read?
No, because I started that thinking I'd come up with something for the R by the time that and really get burnt. And then he casts it.
That sucks. All right.
All right, well, here we go.
Saving throw.
Oh, yeah, saving throw first.
What's the DC?
These DC... Oh, it fails again. Roll a 3.
Great, because that's a 14.
Bing, bing, bing.
All right, as
Drop everything and really get burned.
says Thomas and Trumpet.
Drop everything
But
and
it's
roast.
too late. But it's too late. He says nobody's paying attention to that catchphrase because as fire flies out of his feeble little scout's patch, it starts first as a spark, and from a spark comes a flame, and from a flame comes a torrent of glorious and divine flagration as the flame bursts out into a starburst and envelops the books. There is the smell of cinder.
You told me that wouldn't happen. That the other books wouldn't get burnt.
But it is localized entirely on
bad
this
guy
monster
Oh.
and Tomathan's eyebrows as there's a detonation and explosion and the books fall singed but together on the floor of the library. Nobody moves for a second as somewhat sheepishly Charlie Goodboy finally tugs his sleeve out from inside the ladder as Tomathan walks forward and looks at the books, prodding them gingerly with a foot. And shoes, and it has to be said, socks that are still up to his knees, which are the only other things he was wearing. If you were thinking about him or considering drawing the character again, he is wearing quite high cut jockstrap, socks up to his knees, and a pair of quite sensible shoes.
Like Birkenstocks.
A calendar.
And a bum bag esque.
A bum bum?
A bum
Yeah, no, it's not a bum bag. It goes like here where the travel
Travel.
wallet.
It's a travel. It's a.
Specifically
It's a midriff travel wallet.
Yes.
Midriff
yes.
travel wallet. It's slimline.
You know that
And
thieves.
it's branded. It's,
You know
and
that
it's,
thieves
it's
know-
Dayglow. It's Dayglow.
You know that thieves know about travel wallets, right? That's what always got me. Like they know. They have access to the
Like,
same
oh,
things.
fuck.
If I was a thief, I would simply look for tourists who are reaching under their shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
then
would
just
mug them.
razor blade, boom, and I have every good thing that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't want me to have.
Get it all
Like
together.
I know where it is. It's in the sweaty bit where you're readjusting.
Totally.
So the chances though that you will get a fungus.
Yeah, that's true. Ugh, it's gross.
Gingerly poking with his sensible shoes into the smouldery pile at the center of it, you find a book, and the book is emblazoned with. It is not a purple book, but
Oh, so okay.
but drawn on the center of the book, and this was the book that was the heart of the monster. Is what looks like it is a brown book, a brown leather tome, and in gold ink on the cover is a dodecahedron, and inside that dodecahedron is the letter C. As you pick it up. For
Cat.
It must be for cat. It can be for nothing else.
I mean, it is possible.
Oh, Charlie. Hey. Okay.
Let us open the book.
Yeah.
You gonna open the book?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it with a socked toe poking out of my Birkenstock.
So they're Birkenstocks?
Yeah.
Alright. So carefully and gingerly, with his big toe, you flip the book open, and then just for safety, take a jump back to discover that every page on the book seems to be blank. You can see that the book is humming with what feels like illusory magic. That is, would not even need an Arcana check to tell because it is so deeply suffused, and as a magic user, you recognize it. But
Oh, guys, this thing is bloody magic.
yeah, absolutely fucking thrumming.
Oh, it's filled to the gills with a sinister energy.
But it seems to be blank. Every page of it is blank
Yeah.
and slightly singed.
Gosh, guess you didn't get around to writing that book after all.
What? Do we need to use lemon juice or pee on it? How does this work again with the invisible ink?
Did you say that it was a different colour to the one in the painting?
Yeah, it's brown. The book in the painting was purple.
Interesting.
C.
See. Who is the man? Tellerman Lime?
Tellerman Lime.
Chrono something.
Chronomancy?
Maybe? See, but then there would be like 11 more books or however many letters are in Chronomancy.
And 11 more monsters?
Maybe?
See.
What else is in the room?
There's a doorway leading to the north. There is also a doorway leading to the west. there's the doorway that you came through that went to the east, and there is also a desk, as I said, and some comfortable looking chairs. The desk looks like it's just a simple writing desk.
Can I do a insight check?
Yeah, what's the insight for?
Does C bring up anything for me? Is that how that works?
Does it solve my puzzle?
Make an insight. Yeah. You can make. I'm going to let you make a religion check if you want.
A religion check.
Yeah. This isn't necessarily a religious artifact, but it looks like an artifact of power.
I got a 23.
So the book. It seems to you that the book there's two things you notice about it. Illusion magic, suffused with this level of illusion magic, suggests that the book is not in fact blank.
No.
It suggests that the book is locked by some kind of magical spell that is hiding its contents from you. The other thing that you get the sense of is that it feels like it is a marker or a catalyst to another spell. It's a trigger for something. You can't tell if it was meant to work alone, if it's meant to work by itself, but you have seen in your time in the church and indeed the Wizard Scouts, which you were also before you decided not to become a wizard. I guess. Why were you in the Wizard Scouts?
Because I wanted to be a wizard for a while.
Didn't work out.
No, I did. No, I don't. I did wizardry, and then I did pottery, and then I became a cleric.
Okay, I'm just going to make that note because I feel that's going to be important.
It's funny if he's got a lot of. He's only ever level 1.
He was a level 1. Yeah, they were like just multi-class forever.
Yeah. I haven't found me yet.
Yeah. So you've seen items like this are usually the triggers for other latent, permanent, magical wards and locks and traps.
I'm going to do the writing desk.
Yeah, see what you can find, good boy.
And
Little investigation check.
yeah. That's a natural 20.
But he's
Nat
got
20.
He's got a natty over here.
Yeah, well done. All right. You notice that the writing desk has 2 drawers in it. One of them is empty. It has a paper, it has some ink. The other one is locked. However, suddenly looking at the drawer that opens, you get the sense that it is actually shallower than the size of the desk, and you pull it out, and you can see that taped behind it is a key. You pull that key out, you open the other drawer. All of that on the 20. And inside the other drawer, you see what looks like a twist of old velvet tied in twine, and you open it up. And inside it is a stone dodecahedron dice with pips and everything, labeled 1 to 12.
What if we roll the dice on the book? Open the book and roll the dice.
What is? Yeah. Like C. Do we need to roll the dice until
100?
Yeah. Do we need to roll the dice until it adds up to 100?
Well, let's start by rolling it once.
Okay.
Shall we?
What are you hoping it'll roll?
I don't know.
C.
Can I roll the dice?
Well, it's between 1 and 12.
Are you giving it to...
May I roll the
Yeah,
dice?
I'll give it to him.
What do you want? What do you want to get?
I want to get any number that is on this dice. That way I can't lose.
Okay.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. None of the letters start with C. Damn it. Okay, here we go.
Then we need to roll it to a number, and then the number that it lands on, count and open the page of that the number shows.
Okay, let's try it. 9.
9. Okay, a huge sense of satisfaction rushes over you as you see the number 9 comes up, and you turn to the book and you open it up to the 9th page. It's blank as well. There's about 40 pages in this book.
Why did I feel so satisfied when nothing happened? Okay, I'm gonna roll again.
What do you want to
It
roll?
was a good roll.
11.
You roll an 11.
Oh,
he rolled an 11
and then I rolled
in
an
real life.
11.
That's right. I have an actual magic dice here.
And then I roll an 11.
Yeah.
And I open it to page 11.
Yep, still blank.
So that's 20. Let's see what happens if we get to... I keep rolling until I get to 100.
Hang on. So what he wants to roll, he rolls.
Would you want to try that?
I want to
Okay,
roll.
wait.
I want to roll 100 on this 12-sided dice.
You grab the dice and roll it, and it improbably ends up on an edge without an answer.
Okay.
Huh.
So this is a dice that whatever you want to roll, you roll.
I want to roll to open the book, and then I roll the dice.
That's not how this minor magical item works.
I want to roll a C. Does a C come up? Does a C?
No, a C does not come up. All right, but yes, you are correct. It is a dice that has some kind of strange magic that means that it will always roll
what you want
It's
it.
a loaded dice.
What you want it to roll. It's a magically loaded dice. So it goes back, I suppose, to you, Charlie, because you're the one that found it, and you tuck it into a pocket because you are still wearing clothes like a grown-up. As for the rest of you, are you going to try and go back, or are you going to try and go
we're going to take the
deeper?
We'll
book.
take the book.
Take the book and the dice. Shall we keep going in this direction?
Yeah.
We'll go back to the hallway. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's
Go
go
down.
to the new door.
Down.
All right, so you're going to you head.
Let's listen at the new door.
All right, so you head down to the new door and you listen into it, and you can hear swishing loudly enough that you don't need to roll.
Have I been here before? Any of these parts?
You sort of have a strange memory of it. You were not eating well. You were subsisting on your mildly hallucinogenic
I was
cheese
trapped, yeah.
for months. You have been through a lot of these areas. You generally kept to yourself. You've never fought anything before. You ran away from a lot of things.
It's like Grenese.
And then I got trapped under a bookshelf.
But yes, everything about this is tinged with
Skinner
a slight
style.
nostalgia.
Okay, are we ready, boys?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Let's
Here we
open the
go.
door. Opens the door.
Okay, you open the door.
What is it? What's swishing?
You're opening?
Yes.
Okay, the door creaks open and you can see what looks like a training room of sorts with the floor heavily scratched and burnt with ash and soot and scorch marks around it. Otherwise, what looks like what was once a repurposed ballroom. In the center of the ballroom is a dummy, a mannequin that is covered in slash marks, and it even has a knife sticking into the side of its neck. And then there is a shelf behind it you can see that is laden down with what looks like sharp implements and also a hat stand that has a number of staves and quarterstaves in it. The carpet has been rolled up and moved to the side. It looks like someone has really exerted themselves in this room. And the swishing sound comes from the far end, where you can see, improbably, a broom that is sweeping, just
What were you writing about?
suspended in air.
Magical brooms.
Oh.
Thanks,
Like-
Walt.
Like Sorcerer's Apprentice
Like
room?
the Sorcerer's
Okay.
Apprentice. Yeah. Perhaps not
Nobody-
quite as cheeky.
Whatever you do, don't chop it in half.
Don't nobody
you
chop
dare.
up the broom. But we could chop up the broom.
Then we each have a broom.
Are there other doors in
There
this
is,
room?
there is a trapdoor in the far corner, and there's a door leading to the north. So this entire area is now becoming quite maze-like. All of you are getting a bit of a sense that you are biting off something that is quite tricky to chew. This is... Vinegar Pim's told you to be careful about down here, and you are getting deeper and deeper into this.
Yeah.
Also, you are very clear as a ranger, an urban ranger, that you should not be in the building anymore. The directions that you have taken, it's some fucking Haunted Mansion Disneyland shit. Like, you should no longer be in the building. The broom is the only movement in the room. There is something sinister looking about the doll. And
Wait,
as I
there's a
said,
doll?
the dummy,
The dummy with the knife in it.
What does
Yeah.
the knife look like?
it looks like a very functional knife, a weapon, not a kitchen knife.
Charlie, help yourself to the knife.
Are you sure?
Oh gosh.
Okay. I go and pull out the knife.
Oh, you don't have a sword? When you get one of those swords, spare swords.
Wait, there's spare swords?
Yeah, there's swords on the rack on the wall.
On the back of rack, you can see what looks like a bunch of other knives. There's a bandolier full of throwing darts, and as I said, there's a hat stand with a number of quarterstaves and what looks like rudimentary wizard staves.
Ooh, I grab a wizard staff.
All right, which one do you want? Do you have a preference? There's like one that looks like it's made of rattan. There is
What's rattan?
like cane. Like
Yeah.
there is a nice twisted bit of yew. There is like one of those fucking edgy
Just a bit of you.
metal ones
That's a
that's
stick.
got
It's a
like
big stick. It's a big
circuitry
stick.
and a
It's a-
skull.
it's a
It's
big
got
stick.
like
It's a
three
big stick.
skulls.
Yeah,
Three skulls.
yeah. Charlie wants the big stick.
You grab the.
I drop my big stick and go for the other big stick.
Congratulations! You had a quarter staff. So you have a half staff now, I guess. You have a slightly bigger staff.
You're exactly what you had before, but bigger.
Does it have bigger hits on it? Double?
It feels really, really good. If it has a magical property, you haven't discovered it yet. But you pick up that staff, leaving the dummy to the side. The rest of you are sitting in. As I said, the room has a kind of malevolent energy. And
Guys, this room has a kind of malevolent energy.
Yeah, I don't.
My hackles are raised.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie's fur is just standing on edge.
I'm so sorry, guys. My hackles are raised. It's not a great look. Let's
Shall we
just
go
move
back?
Let's move through here.
Let's go back. Let's go back. We've got the book. We've got the book.
Down.
Down?
Down.
To the trapdoor.
Down.
Don't you open that trapdoor.
I just said we should go down the trapdoor.
Okay, let's do it then.
Is this getting further away from where we need to be safe?
We don't know where we need to
Secrets
be.
are hidden.
Oh.
If I had a boat, I'd put it underground, and that's where I would hide more.
Guys, I've had so much fun being an adventurer, and we fought a book monster and have a magical book now and all the rest of it. But my knees hurt, and I just think we need
I'll carry you.
Well, no,
You want a piggyback?
No, I would.
I'll
but
do.
I'm just saying.
you think that the naked, unarmed, unarmed man is getting second down.
I'm beginning to think it might be a good idea to go back to Mr. Pims and say, hey, we found this book and that's great, and maybe because Charlie, I remember you were very concerned about him thinking you weren't a good boy, and so if we went back with the book.
Tommy, what would Tom do?
Well, I mean, Tom would. Gosh, okay.
We're already over at the door.
Well, that seems okay.
Got my U stuff.
You're just going. You're just going for the door.
Yeah.
All right. So while you're leaving the kind of naked, having second doubts, man, you head down to the doors and you click it open, and you can see this is the trapdoor. Did you say?
Yes.
And it's leading. There are steps leading down. It looks like 2 flights of stairs down into the dark. There is a sputtering orange flame at one point, but the entire stairs are gloomy. The smell of cheese gets stronger, or is it more faint? It's impossible to say. The way
We're really having a cake and eating it too.
the
today.
air flows around here is sort of. You can make an insight check if you want a perception check.
Okay, perception. 22.
You think it's probably a bit stronger.
I smell my children. Come, Trotwood, good boy, into the darkness.
Oh, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
It's going to be cool.
All right, so you're going to creep further down in.
Yeah, I'll go first. I can go first. Well, side by side, 2 by 2.
Is there room for
I'll be
two by two?
behind.
Very adventurous.
All right.
I've got 120 feet dark vision, so I can see well into the dark
Okay.
with my vision.
Especially because the zipper ladder isn't on. So you make your way further and deeper into it. Are you following, or are you?
Yeah, I'm
walking back?
following. No, my friends are doing it, so I'll do it.
Friends.
Yeah, I consider them. I tried to get him a free rent thing, which is for
That's
a boomer is like incredible.
Yeah, that's like.
It's the highest honor you can bestow.
Never heard before.
Do you feel like you have a protege? Is that what's going on?
I think I have I think I'm just lonely. I don't think I have many friends.
Yeah.
And these guys seem to love my cool stories.
Vinny cool story.
And
Yeah.
your son is like, do not come to my gigs anymore, Dad.
Yeah, I mean that's been a problem.
And then he doesn't come to your gigs.
Yeah, well, he won't come to the grad show even though I've got him in a comp and all the rest of it. So
And
this is nice.
That took a while. You put a little card out on a chair that said reserved for
For Bonathan Trotwood.
Jonathan Trotwood. Yeah. So you make your way further down in through, and you can see as you head further and further down that the very flagstones of the floor, because the floors are all stone and slate, start to have kind of a greasy feel to them. Particularly the barefoot of you, like Charlie. You can,
No, I wear boots, but that's fine.
Do you wear boots?
Yeah, he wears boots and I wear Birkenstocks.
So I'm just trying to think. Trinessa is the only barefoot character.
But also I can see. I go, that's a bloody grimy floor,
It's a
so I
grimy
can
floor.
know.
It's a
Slippy, a bit slippy.
Yeah.
It's got a nasty grease to it, like somebody did an open fry in here for too long, and without enough ventilation.
Open fry.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I mean, I've never been on like castle-like flagstones where someone did
No.
an open fry, but I imagine that.
No, I used to work in a chicken shop when I was 16, and when you take the stairs to the chicken shop down to the bathroom for the staff,
Yep.
it's that.
Okay, great. So it's everything about it. Yeah, it's kind of getting dark and dank. You also hear the sound of what feels like a roaring sound, which is very far away. That's coming from your left. Further down, as you go down the corridor, there's a door right at the end, and to the right is another door. Actually, you can't see what's at the very end of the stairs. It goes to darkness.
But we're going deeper underground.
Yeah, so you're passing doors if you want. Are you going to keep going forward, or are you going to take...
Down.
Down.
into the deep. Down.
I'm
Yeah.
getting into it now, yeah.
Down
All right, you
into
walk
the
further and further into to the pathway, passing the door with the roaring sound, passing another door as you go, and you get to the end of the passageway. And eventually it starts to dry out the flagstones again, the wood becomes sort of nicer, and you find yourself at a dead end. It just terminates unceremonially into a clean wall.
We feel any like breezes or anything?
Yeah, it's suspicious to me.
Can you feel any like drafts coming through anywhere?
Can I put my back to it? Because that seemed to work last time.
But your nude back?
Yeah.
Actually, make a perception check for me in the low light.
It's +5.
You can
It's
all
9.
make perception checks. I'm not going to rely on Jonathan's perception.
It's 20 for me.
19.
You notice that there's something in the corner, slumped in the corner of the... Not in the corner, actually, on the floor in the center of the room.
What is it?
It looks like...
Is it a room or are we still in a corridor?
It looks like fabric and there's something glinting.
Ooh, I go in and have a look.
Right, you walk forward into the stairs. Again, you're very far underground now. You've got the sense that you've traveled about 3 stories down.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up and you look at a breastplate. And it's a breastplate that is emblazoned with the sigil of Tome. And as you look, you see that there are straps that are leading into the wall.
We are back where we
started.
Oh, this is one of those cuckoo bananas houses. Oh, no!
You can see why I was trapped here for some time.
This is very much, your experience of traveling through Quickline.
Yeah, I remember this part. Well, let's go back to those doors we were at before.
All right.
The doors that we passed.
I'm just gonna try and give it a quick
What
pull.
What did we do when we...
It was like a spell activated trap.
But where did we go after that?
What do you want to give? You want to give...
Oh, those doors, the 2 doors. We go to the right door this time.
Oh,
No, but we haven't gone
yeah.
through yet. We'd have to go back through to... Oh.
Yeah, the one with the fucking sword. We'll go to the other one this time.
Oh, the whooshing. The whooshing. Was the whooshing sound the broom? Because remember those 2 doors on either side of the corridor. One was the whooshing broom. So we should go through the quiet one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you turn around, you drop the clothes on the ground again,
Yeah.
and you make your way back and you head into the other
Is
doorway.
there any of those pockets of the clothes?
You can search.
Or was there
They were my
you found-
clothes.
You find a Velcro wallet, has a picture of it is a little, like an illustration of a scowling kid. It's a family, and the family is standing on a bridge over what looks like a beautiful natural waterfall,
Yeah.
a large waterfall. And there is 3 figures. One is a lovely-looking woman of a certain age. Then there is a quite young girl who is on a kind of wizard Game Boy.
Sure. Great.
And then there is a kid in a black trench coat with black straight hair and an earring that looks slightly septic and a very bad pencil mustache.
It's such a detailed portrait.
Yeah.
And this kid has got his hands...
Is this a family portrait?
It's a picture I've seen. It's a picture I've seen on
your
Brown
mum's
Cardigan,
house?
actually. And it's just scowling. This kid is just scowling.
Oh, I put it back.
Oh, yeah. No, that's Bonathan. Yeah, he's a real character. And he puts it in his little travel wallet.
And
Did you...
Rockford looks and says, "Your family all look very unhappy."
Where do you do you wear a backpack? How do you carry stuff?
I got like a cloak with like pockets and stuff. Like
Look of mini pocket.
Your cloak has pockets in it. So as you reach forward and you grab it, you suddenly feel a weird shaking happening in your cloak.
Is this your car?
On your left hand side, as you get closer to the armor,
I like whip around. I like whack around with my stick.
you just go crazy. As you dive back, it gets clear again and normal. There's nothing around you.
Did I notice what was going on? Did I notice anything come out of his pocket?
You didn't. No. You can make an insight check if you want.
That's a 15 plus 4.
You realize that
19.
you reach into the...
Guys, I don't know what I do with that.
No, so I just had his phone.
You reach into the pocket just underneath your arm where you were grabbing it, and you pull something out, and you open your arm, and you've got the stone dodecahedron, which is where you had secreted it for safekeeping.
The dice.
The dice.
Who's got the book?
I do.
Just holding
Yeah, so I
it.
still got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was shaking in your cloak, which is what was
Oh,
causing.
okay. Bring it up to the wall, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See if that does anything.
All right, so you start moving it towards the wall, and you start feeling away. As I said, the wall is very cunningly dovetailed together. It doesn't feel like there are any seams in it. You take it, and as you are sort of experimentally feeling your way through, at one point, the stone dice passes the seam, and the seam glows purple where you rub past it.
No, that's the same. Keep following it.
Can we push it up? Can we open it?
Not at the
Can you
moment.
trace
Run it
this?
up and down the
As
seam.
you trace your way down it until the entire seam is purple, and then very experimentally, you take your hands and you move it, and it slides open, revealing the steps leading back into Quick
Okay.
Lighthouse.
And so but is that the point at which there's the two doors? There's a statue in between them?
That's the opposite. The statue's on the other side. So somehow you have found your way back to the what's the first basement floor of Quicklime House?
Like I said, Charlie, this is one of those cuckoo bananas houses.
He's been here before.
The technical term.
And so you found a key that means that you can get out. And it seems that for the first time in 10 years, possible exploration of the subterranean levels of Quicklime House may yet be possible. For although you have risked much coming down here, and although there is much still to understand, and although it seems the way is tricky and trickerous, seeming to somehow turn back on itself, you have found a key that will allow you safe egress to at least the first basement level of a house that still holds many secrets, not least of all the study of whatever school of magic it is that Tellerman Lime, in his potent magics, was developing down here before his disappearance, and most mysterious and most foul, the greatest, perhaps, magical mind of his generation, cut and laid low by a magic that seems to have no control, leaving only this house and whatever strange traps and inventions and mistakes and experiments that he placed inside it may yet uncover more answers for you, and perhaps some source of great power, or at least modest income, for that plucky group of adventurers that we call the Gribbits Detective Agency. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, and that's how you put some fucking... I mean,
is it?
Oh, yeah, that's how you do it.